Hello travelers, thanks for watching Sealand Way. Today we talk about Sigiriya. Sigiriya is one of the most valuable historical monuments of Sri Lanka. Referred by locals as the eighth wonder of the world, this ancient palace and fortress complex has significant archaeological importance and attracts thousands of tourists every year. It is probably the most visited tourist destination of Sri Lanka. Sigiriya was located in the northern Matale district near the town of Dambulla in the central Sri Lanka. The name refers to a site of historical and archaeological significance that is dominated by a massive column of rock nearly 200 meters high. Laus Rinavas and Miranda Obasekara described Sigiriya as a post-historical archaeology turning point of Ravana. According to them, Sigiriya may be the Alaka Mandava that was built up before 50 centuries ago by King Kuvara, who was the half-brother of Ravana, as described in the Ramayana. The on top of Sigiriya was built by King Kasayapa, who ruled from 477 to 495. Set chooses this as his royal residence as he was worried of potential attacks from his brother Moggallana, the rightful heir to the throne. From atop of Sigiriya, he had unobstructed views of the surrounding area. Western civilization rediscovered Sigiriya in 1831 when British Army Major Jonathan Forbes of the 78th Highlanders discovered the bush-covered summit of Sigiriya on a horseback trip across the island. In the 1890s, archaeologist H.C.P. Bell spent some time at Sigiriya, overseeing a small dig and research operation. Places to visit in Sigiriya: the water gardens, framing the main western approach to the rock. The well-preserved water gardens are like a tiny piece of Versailles transported to ancient Sri Lanka, with carefully tended lawns dotted with symmetrically arranged ponds, water channels and diminutive fountains. The Boulder Gardens. The Boulder Gardens present a striking contrast to the classical symmetry of the water gardens, comprising a small swathe of picturesque forest, with winding pathways twisting between huge boulders and through quaint rock arches. Many of the boulders are scored with long lines of notches. These would originally have held supports for miniature wooden pavilions which once stood on almost every boulder. The Boulder Gardens are where the monks of Sigiriya lived, and numerous mementos of this ancient religious community can still be seen amongst the various rocks and cave shelters. Sigiriya damsels, an incongruous pair of Victorian-era spiral metal staircases lead up to a sheltered recess in the rock and the home of Sigiriya's single most celebrated site, the so-called Sigiriya damsels. Commissioned by King Kasapa in the 5th century, this exquisite mural, perhaps the largest ever attempted, is painted onto the sheer rock face and features 21 beautiful bare-chested women, swathed in a layer of fluffy cloud from the waist down, shown scattering flower petals or offering trays of fruit. The paintings are quite unlike anything else in Sri Lanka, whose artists have usually preferred to concentrate on the highly stylized depiction of Buddhist religious themes. The mirror wall. Another of Sigiriya's unique sights is the highly polished mirror wall, plastered with a mixture of burnished lime, egg white, beeswax and wild honey, and covered with a dense spider's web of ancient graffiti left by visitors to the rock over the past 1,500 years. The graffiti, something akin to an enormous medieval visitor's book, include numerous short poems and other literary fragments recording early visitors' impressions of the rock, and, particularly, a great many tributes to the heavenly beauty of the nearby damsels. The oldest graffiti date back to the 7th century. The palace and fortress complex are recognized as one of the finest examples of ancient urban planning. Considering the uniqueness of Sigiriya, UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site in 1982. Sigiriya is an unmatched combination of urban planning, water engineering, horticulture and arts. Thanks for watching.